let's talk about everyone's favorite subject in our continuing series of training videos from CleanMaster, pet urine odor and stain removal. You've been sitting on the edge of your seats waiting on this one, I know, because as a matter of fact, it doesn't matter how many times you've heard about pet urine, stain, and odor treatment, you're always willing to watch another video or attend another seminar, hoping that today's the day when somebody's invented that magical, mystical solution that virtually eliminates all of the urine, odors, and stains on every job that you'll ever encounter. Today's not that day. But we have come up with what we believe is a final solution to this problem. So how bad can the problem be? I mean, you know what they say. Fluffy had a little accident. Fluffy didn't have an accident. Fluffy had it on purpose. We know that dogs and cats urinate according to their instinctive training. And if you're a male cat or a male dog, your instinctive training is to mark your territory. But before we go too far, we need to stop and remember how important the family pet is. Because according to statistics, about 70% of U.S. homes have a dog, a cat, or both. So how important are those pets to those people? Well, think of it this way. Imagine if little Junior, their 3-year-old toddler, went over in the corner and took a whiz. Would they call that an accident? Would they give him a dog bone and pat him on the head? I don't think so. The primary problem, though, that we have in pet urine jobs is unreasonable customer expectations. In fact, admit it, many of your carpet cleaning customers probably finally call you not because their carpet got so dirty that it's unsightly and unsanitary, that finally reaches the point that it stinks and they want somebody to do something about it. Now, let's face it, sometimes replacement of the carpet is more practical than trying to effectively eliminate all the odors and all the stains. And in many times, we need to replace the carpet cushion and seal the subfloor. But we've got to remember that carpet was not manufactured with the intention that it was going to be used as a toilet. Urine contamination in carpeting is abuse of the carpet. But if 70% of people own a dog or a cat, 75% have urine in their carpets. The neighbor's dog and cat came over and peed when they weren't looking. So the fact is, we have to approach this with an understanding that it's probably one of the greatest single needs that our customers have. What we have to do is educate them. Now remember, when urine comes out of the animal, it's around 101 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's hot. And pet urine is excreted at 37.87 psi. Some of you are picturing how I measured that. I don't know what urine comes out as. I just wanted to see if you were still listening. Now, when urine is excreted, it's an acid. But within minutes, it changes to an alkaline salt. We know that urine is a quadruple threat. It needs to be neutralized, deodorized, and sanitized. Plus, the customer would really like us to get out that ugly yellow stain. So urine contamination is not only an odor issue and a staining issue, but it's a health contamination issue. Not because urine itself is dangerous, but because urine is a food source for pre-existing bacteria that's already in the environment. Your client who appreciates all 4 of those issues and is willing to spend more for proper corrective action is the client who's been educated by you. Now, you may not know this, but a small animal eliminates around 2 ounces of urine at a time. That equates to 11 to 12 gallons per year. If your Pekingese or your Yorkie puts down 12 gallons of urine in the carpet a year, what's the Great Dane do? Okay, so now that we know that urine contamination is a problem, what do we do about it? Well, if you've been to an IICRC odor control school, you know that there are 4 basic components to eliminating any odor. You have to locate and remove the source, clean the contaminated area, recreate the conditions that cause the odor with a deodorizing spray, fog, or gas, and then seal any contaminant surfaces that cannot be completely cleaned. Well, there's our first problem, because Fido's coming back and Fluffy's coming back. We can't eliminate the source of the odor. We know that we're primarily judged by our customer by either whether we get rid of the odor or get rid of the stain. So what are the right solutions for that? Now let's talk about some of the solutions that you have at hand to deal with urine contamination. The first solution that I want to talk about is OdorMate Tropical Breeze. OdorMate Tropical Breeze is what we call a general purpose odor eliminator, or a cleaning additive that's designed for general space deodorizing. OdorMate Tropical Breeze can be effectively used for direct spray. It can be added to your cleaning solution. It can be ran through a fogging machine, so it's very versatile. It will leave the carpet or the room feeling clean and refreshed, and it's powerful enough to counteract general odors. Now, you say, when would you use OdorMate Tropical Breeze on pet urine? Generally, it would be when your customer has some urine contamination issues, but they don't have it within their budget, the money to pay you for extra treatments. A post-cleaning topical treatment with OdorMate Tropical Breeze will still leave their carpet smelling clean and refreshed if the urine contamination is only minor. The second chemical that we want to talk about is CleanMaster's leading selling deodorizing solution. It's as close to a miracle cure as you're going to find for the odors that come from urine. Multi-phase is a highly effective, versatile deodorizing agent. It's a bonding, binding, encapsulating, pairing, and absorbing deodorizer that will safely and effectively eliminate most odors, including pet urine. The key when you're using multi-phase is to use it strong enough. It can be used from straight or diluted up to 8:1. And unlike other encapsulating and bonding deodorizers that are zinc-based and contain metallic salts, multi-phase is safer for you and your family. Multi-phase has to be used in large quantities. Here's what I mean. In order for multi-phase to effectively eliminate pet urine odors, you have to come in with contact with all of the areas that the urine came in contact with. So the key when using multi-phase to eliminate pet urine odors is to use lots of solution. Lots and lots of solution. Multi-phase will work effectively at most light to moderate urine contamination jobs to eliminate pet urine odors. The next solution now let's talk about UPS from CleanMaster. UPS stands for urine pre-spray. It's a special synergized blend of acid neutralizers, detergents, odor counteractants, and decontamination deodorizers that break down and dissolve urine contamination. Now, it can be used as an acid or tannin spotting solution, but its primary use is to break down the residues that build up in urine deposits. And it penetrates and breaks down the sticky, gummy lipids which hold the urine together. When you use UPS, it will help dissolve and break down even large buildups of urine contamination in carpeting. UPS should be used prior to deodorizing any urine job. Whether your favorite deodorizer is an encapsulating and bonding deodorizer like multi-phase, whether it's an oxidizing odor control powder like USR with multi-phase, whether you prefer an enzyme deodorant for pet urine contamination, UPS will make all of those work faster and work better. The more you can break down those sticky and gummy residues that are left behind by the urine, the faster the other chemicals will work. So pre-spray your urine contamination with UPS, allow it to dwell on the area, break it down, and then extract it out, and then proceed to your next step. UPS is the perfect chemical for making any deodorizer or any pet stain remover work faster and more effectively. The next solution that I'd like to talk to you about is USR with multiphase. USR with multiphase is a powder oxidizing, odor control, and stain eliminating treatment. It goes after the odor and the stain that comes from pet urine contamination. Its effervescent, bubbling action eliminates urine stains and odors. The best thing about USR with multiphase is that your customers can see its reaction. When you put it on the carpet, it's bubbling, it's making noise, it's actually doing something right in front of their eyes. Now the great thing about USR with multiphase is that we've added a little bit of our famous multiphase bonding and encapsulating deodorizer to help continue the oxidizing action against strong urine odors. So how do you use USR with multiphase? You simply mix up 6 ounces of the powder with a gallon of water in a bucket, and you pour it on. Pour it onto the contaminated area. When you do that, you need an effective way to extract it out. Ideally, you want to use a subsurface extraction tool. But if you don't have that, just make sure that you use a wand and extra wet passes to get it out. But give it time. It needs a little time. But if you're looking for an oxidizing, odor control, and stain removing solution for even severe urine contamination, USR with multiphase is your best choice. So you see, CleanMaster provides you with a wide range of choices in how best to go after urine contamination. Whether you've got a small superficial contamination or you've got 200 spots in one room, we've got the solution that'll work for you.